So I'm not recording. This is my normal speaking voice that I will use for the entire podcast. Not loud. Go ahead and speak.
Ah! How's that? Was that good? Just keep going.
Speak like a random sentence on your normal voice that you'd use for the podcast.
What is up, everybody? Mr. Waffle Waffles here. Sorry, couldn't resist. No, hi, how's it going? This is your lad, your boy, coming at you hot with a new podcast episode. You know, the Wundercast. That's it. The one I'm talking about.
The one with the zombies.
Okay,
the
Carpel,
zombies
go.
one, yes.
This is the podcast with the zombies and the other things and stuff.
Fantastic. All right,
Cool.
Gonna analyze this data real quick.
Okay, while you do that, I'm going to switch my audio sources because I don't actually want your guys' audio coming through my microphone, so I am going to switch to my headphones. So just give me a second. I'm going to go quiet for just a bit.
Is that it?
Oh, was that? No, you're not good enough for my microphone. You said it.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Hang on.
I'm going to switch my controller battery, so 1 second. Yo, Sekiro's 80% off right now.
Secure. Hey, you actually play that one?
Audio sounds good,
yes.
but because I'm a perfectionist at this, I'm going to, because I normally have the audio that you guys are speaking from. It's going through my desktop audio source.
Nice.
That's default down by -5 decibels. This is for streaming. So I'm going to pull you guys all the way up.
Do it.
And
yes.
I'm going to mute my microphone. So that it's a control, and you guys go ahead and start talking.
Oh, okay. I was actually
talking
just
to me?
curious. Oh, he's talking to both of us, actually.
Okay, I was scrolling through Twitter. I was not paying attention.
No, he was talking to me. I'm his favorite.
Answer the question right now. The first topic. Who is your favorite? Me or not, lad?
Yes, do tell us. Who is your favorite?
And, all right.
Follow-up question. If the answer is not lad, then answer the second question. Who is the best at zombies?
Which is answer also not lad. Just saying, in case you need help with that one.
Okay.
And he goes silent. And the crowd goes mild.
Too much pressure right off the bat.
Just a little bit. He's like
Okay,
muted.
so I
and
have decided that
deafened.
the audio change was necessary and was good, so you guys are both much, much louder. Not lad, just a little info. I have you turned up to 145% in Discord. Carpel, you are normal at 100%. You both sound at the same audio level, so I think not lad's just a little bit quieter, but it's still fine.
Yeah,
I thought I was your favorite. Oh, my gosh. You think you know someone.
What if every time Wistful brings up a point, we just like shoot it down and tell him he's wrong?
Yes.
That's
like,
wild.
Wrong.
That's actually wild. All right.
Oh, I got to get that on my soundboard.
Right. Are we for the podcast?
Are we are? Or you mean are we ready?
Yeah, are we ready?
We are here.
Wait, actually, hold on. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I should probably do it. Not ready.
All right. Go to the bathroom. Get your whiz out. I got a McDonald's shake here that I'm probably going to need to go to the bathroom in the middle of this podcast, but it's fine.
Am I the only professional podcaster here? Am I the only one who knows you don't eat or drink before streaming? Well, we're not streaming, but you know, it's the same thing applies, you know.
You might be. I have no idea.
No, actually, I got a bottle of water right next to me.
Oh, high key.
Oh my gosh. What's up, guys? It's me here with a solo podcast. Your boy, your lad. Because I've been abandoned by the ones I call my friends, so it is only me here. What is up? We are talking about Wonder Weapons. That's right, me, by myself, the only one with opinions.
On the way out of the bathroom, I'm in pain. All right, okay, hey.
So I take it toe lost, and whatever item you hit won.
Yeah, I'm crippled. I can...
Yeah, I get that. Well, welcome to my solo podcast because I was abandoned by my friends and I am here alone talking on stuff. Welcome, caller number 1.
I'm sure people do that. I'm sure people just talk to themselves for like 2 hours and post it.
Does it? Yeah. Do you think somebody actually does a solo podcast? I mean, anytime I thought of a podcast, it was like, you have to have multiple people. But actually, I think I actually do have a friend that does a solo podcast.
I think that would just be like an audiobook though, or like I don't know.
Wouldn't that just be a vlog technically?
A vlog? Well,
but
in
audio
it's
form.
It's not a vlog because nothing's going on.
Yeah. Well, in a lot of vlogs, nothing goes on. That is kind of true.
That's true.
But yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know if it could be considered a podcast.
Not
Let
a very
me
good
look
vlog.
that up. What is the definition of a podcast? Hang on. I'm going to say this out loud. What is the definition of a podcast?
The definition of podcast: a digital audio file made available on the internet for downloading to a computer or mobile device, typically available as a series, new installments of which can be received by subscribers automatically.
So I guess there's nothing that it has to be multiple people or one people, I guess. So
you can talk to yourself for 2 hours and count it as a podcast.
I am very good at that. I literally was doing it while you guys weren't here. I got extreme talent for it. So yeah, honestly, yeah, I guess I learned something new today.
Pretend they're people. Yeah.
hey, they listen, so.
Doug. Nah, I didn't look at me.
Wait, is the name of your dog Doug?
Yeah, the other one's Tank.
Oh, I love those names. Like not like Tank Dempsey, is it? Are you serious?
It is like Tank Dempsey. I mean,
sick.
It is to me. It is to me.
That is honestly the sickest thing. And I also like Doug the dog. That is just perfect, man. Yeah, I used to have a dog a while back. We had a miniature Sheltie. She was the most adorable thing.
All right, I'm back.
But nobody wants to talk to you. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn.
Yeah, we'll go away. We're having more fun.
I'm sorry, man. I was having a solo podcast here by myself while my friends abandoned me. And, it was great while it lasted.
All right, I'm going to start recording right now.
You mean to tell me you weren't recording this glorious solo podcast?
No, unfortunately,
by yours truly.
Wasn't.
Do better.
Oh my
God!
I'm gonna include that in my podcast. I don't really care.
Oh god damn it.
No, okay. So we're officially starting. Is this it? Is this the beginning?
I believe so. Yeah. If you wanna start us off now, feel free.
Oh, I'd love to. What is up, boys and girls? Welcome to the Wundercast with the boys. Say hi, the boys.
What's up?
Yo.
I am being joined here with Wistful and Carpel. We finally got Carpel in here. As you can see, he did not die from his recent endeavors, but he is now here with us to join us in our wonderful podcast. And what is our topic we're doing today, guys? What is it on?
Pretty sure it's on Wonder Weapons.
Wonder Weapons. Sorry, I just really wanted to do that. Yeah. Honestly, some interesting things we have to talk about on Wonder Weapons. I have a huge list for you guys of topics I thought of, but I am just curious to hear, first of all, what is your favorite Wonder Weapon?
I guess I'll go first. My favorite Wonder Weapon of all time is Alistair's Annihilator from Dead of the Night.
Ooh.
I actually honestly forgot that was even a Wonder Weapon.
That's a good
wow,
one.
Yeah, that is actually a good one. I forgot about that. I haven't played that particular map in such a long time. What about you, Wistful, though? What would be your choice?
My favorite Wonder Weapon, it is gonna be the OG, not the OG, but one of the OGs. I gotta go with my man, the Wunderwaffe DG2. I gotta go with the original.
Really? Oh, sorry.
I really gotta go with it.
I mean,
Sorry.
I've always loved the design of it, but no, Carpel, share your thoughts.
See, I get it's like the podcast namesake. It's like what we're named after, but it's kind of boring.
Really, that one?
Yeah.
I don't know. It honestly has like one of the cooler designs. Electric weapon. Well, I mean, we did kind of get another electric weapon in World War II, of course. But it was the original one, Technically, World War II came up with theirs after, so. Yeah.
And it's like.
I think you cut out, or either that or I did. Oh, I cut out.
It's fun gameplay.
Uh-oh. Okay, Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. It shows my signal is kind of cutting out on me just a little bit, but
yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
You don't sound like you're cutting out, so you should be
yeah,
fine.
I did lose you guys for a bit. You guys went dead silent for the longest while, so sorry about that. Okay.
Oh no.
But yeah, so you like that one. Sorry, what was your reasonings though?
I guess I'll go first. So, I really like the Wunderwaffe, because I like the idea of a lightning gun. You fire a shot and it chains to multiple zombies.
Yes.
Obviously, the different interpretation of Wunderwaffes throughout the years, they work differently. So some of them have more lethality than others, whilst maybe you have the original one from World at War Shinonuma that only has the limit of killing 10 zombies.
Yeah.
It does have that infinite damage.
Wait,
that's
it's
one of
only
the
10?
reasons I really love. Yeah, it only kills up to 10
Oh,
zombies
I'm crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy.
Huh.
Yeah, when you pack a punch it becomes 12, right, on Reese?
Yeah.
I actually don't know. No, it does not change at all.
I got you.
I'm pretty sure that, especially on the original World at War versions of the maps, the Wunderwaffe and the ray gun don't change their damage when you pack a punch them. It's just the ammo count and the camo. I might be wrong about that with the ray gun, but I know for a fact with the Waff, it just changes the ammo. It doesn't do anything to the damage.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It's infinite damage, so what's more than infinity?
Yeah,
What's
I guess
better
you're
than
right,
infinity? Yeah.
But does it not affect more zombies than the original version unpacked?
No.
See, I always thought maybe it spread to more, but
the way that I always know it is because whenever I play Shinonuma, unlike the World at War version, I go for high rounds because the limit of zombies every round, like once you get high enough, is 24.
Yeah.
And so it's 3 shots. It's not perfectly 3 shots. Like you're gonna have 4 zombies to spare, because 2 shots are for 2 horns of 10 zombies each. But you always use 3 shots for a whole round, like a full clip, basically.
I got you.
Or sick. Just don't use it on World at War, because
that's true.
Or just don't use it on World at War. I mean,
the man's making a point.
I love the OG Waff. I love the lightning gun.
Awesome. Yeah, honestly, that I personally like the design of that one. I always thought that was a cool one, but it would not be my number one wonder weapon of choice. And this was something I wanted to get in conversation with you guys on later as one of the other topics I had. But in Cold War zombies, they brought in a particular wonder weapon that does not fire like most of them.
No.
It is the Crystal Axe. I actually really enjoyed using the Crystal Axe. Would it be my number one? I'm not sure. I'm trying to debate whether it's between that one or the Thunder Gun, because I adore the Thunder Gun. But that is just my personal choice. I really liked using the Crystal Axe. When I was playing that game, I honestly loved using that in the game. It was just such a cool weapon. And getting a melee wonder weapon to me was just so intriguing.
I mean, I'll give it to you. I think it's the coolest looking wonder weapon, especially with the map's Pack-a-Punch camo.
It's very unique, yes.
But
yeah,
okay. I'll be honest. I did have it in my top 10 originally, but then I got it replaced with with another thing, and we'll get to that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you guys would qualify it because unlike all our other weapons, it wasn't a shooting weapon.
Well, it is. It is.
It does shoot, doesn't it? I can't remember.
Yeah,
it's been a bit.
There's an alternate mode.
There's a storm mode,
right?
which is like it's a mini.
Oh yeah,
SMG,
yeah. The blades fold down and you can shoot. That's right.
If you press the button to ADS or something,
yes.
You'll still do a melee attack, but it'll fire this small particle out, and it'll get stuck in midair, and it's like a perpetual boomerang that just deals this sustained damage to targets.
It's
that like walk over it. It's cool.
It's broken. For the what are they called? The Mario things on that map?
The abominations.
I completely the abominations.
Yeah.
But if you throw it at their feet, it could take them out in like 3 seconds. Whereas if you were doing it normally, you would have to shoot each head individually.
Yeah.
So it's kind of.
I don't think I know how to use the Crystal Axe properly.
It's a really cool weapon.
I've never killed
honestly,
an abomination easily like that with that.
Really?
Weapon.
If you hold down left trigger and throw it at its feet, it takes it out in like less than 5 seconds. It's completely broken.
Yeah, it's really good, honestly.
So you mean to tell me that let's say you're on that one step, you chuck a crystal in his mouth and he starts chomping on it while he's in place. I just do one at his feet, and then before he's done with his chewing animation, he's dead.
That's correct.
Yep.
That was my strat on launch.
It's very broken in that respect, but
I gotta try this out
good,
now.
Man.
I gotta pull up Cold War Forsaken. I gotta give this a try. My goodness.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, honestly, but I really enjoyed using it. Like, to get a melee weapon, especially. I'm just one for melee, even when I did multiplayer back in the day of, like, Black Ops 3 and World War II, even, still to this day. I love running melee. It's just kind of my thing. So maybe that makes me a little more towards that than others would be, but yeah, I completely had forgotten it shoots for the longest while, but now that I'm thinking about it, the blades do fold down and then it goes into its shooting mode. I completely forgot that, but yeah,
so it's even better than you thought.
It's even better, yes.
It's even better.
I just remembered that I loved it, and it wasn't the Thunder Gun. I was wrong on that one. Not the Thunder Gun. It would have been the Mark II ray gun. That would have been number one for me. I always love getting that gun because I think it's the coolest looking. That was more the one. My bad. my brain's all over the place, so do forgive me on that. But yeah. Anyways, I do have other questions here, but I wanted to check and see, did you guys have anything down you wanted to discuss on Wonder Weapons before I divulge into this huge list?
I got one.
Go for it. Yeah.
Go Carpel.
What, in your opinion, is the most underrated Wonder Weapon?
Underrated Wonder Weapon.
It doesn't have to be good. Just what do you think gets too much flack?
I am thinking maybe and I honestly cannot remember the exact name of it. I think I even wrote it down on my list because it was something I wanted to talk on, but it is the... No, that's the name of the shrink ray. Okay, anyways, no, the one I'm thinking about is the one from Call of the Dead. You shoot a zombie and it turns into a human. That one.
The VR11.
VR11, that's the one, yes. Yeah. That, honestly, I thought was very underrated. I thought it was very unique in the fact that it would distract zombies and kind of lead them away from you a little bit. I mean, it's not incredibly powerful or anything like that. Like, it doesn't really kill anything per se. But I think it is unique in what it does and its capabilities, honestly. So yeah, I guess I would say maybe that one a little bit.
Honestly, on how I would have to agree with you. But I think a detail that not many zombie players really look at with that weapon is that it's not really meant to be a solo weapon. It's meant to be more of a co-op weapon.
Yeah,
because if you shoot a teammate, they get a temporary moment where they have the power to insta-kill any zombie around them. It's
zombie
cool.
Yes.
Yeah. And it gives you a little bit of a zombie blood too. So it's made for that co-op experience, 2-player, 3-player, 4-player, where you're just using the weapon to go to higher rounds. That's one of the reasons why for the longest time we couldn't get to round 100 on solo until we found unorthodox
methods
of getting to round 100.
Yeah, actually, now that you mention it, I guess that didn't really come to mind because I never played Call of the Dead with other people. It was always on my own, so I never got to try that out. That's really cool you mentioned that.
The vodka bottle or the dials or the radios.
He doesn't know about the vodka bottle.
He doesn't know about
the vodka I remember that step. No, we did that one, right? Where you knife the bottle off the rail. Is that what you're talking about or no?
So you have done it on co-op. Okay.
Yeah, I did it with you later on when we did the remade version of it.
The Black
Ops
that? 3 version of...
We recorded a video, my man.
We did. I thought we were talking about the BO1, the official one. But
that's what I was referring to originally. Yeah, that's the one I played on my own. But yeah, no, later on we did the step together, so I know about those. But yeah, no, I never knew that weapon had those capabilities. But I always thought it was an underrated gun, and that's one weapon you never see come back in like modded maps of any sorts in like Black Ops 3. They never brought it back in any other particular zombies games. And
they did.
They did? What? Which one did they bring it back in?
Does he know?
Are you talking
I want you to go on Google.com right now, and I want you to look up MWZ VR11.
Oh, well, I haven't played it yet.
Completely forgot.
You know this. You know I haven't played that yet. So what are you talking about?
Happened. I completely forgot that even happened.
So they brought it back.
We forgot. Did we forgot?
Well, I didn't know. I haven't played it, and you know this.
They did in fact bring it back, and it's got really, really unique abilities. The number one ability that I always remember from this weapon is because whenever you're doing those ether escorts in the dark ether, and those things just their health was just not tanky enough. So people would do those, right? And they would bring in VR11s and they would shoot the VR11 at the mobile tank, and it would heal the tank. It would literally give it health.
That's not what you want.
It's exactly what you want if you're doing an escort step and the goal is to keep the tank healthy.
Okay, when you say tank, are you referring to an actual tank or are you talking the creature tanks? Because I thought you were talking creature head tanks.
Or tank Dempsey.
No,
I haven't played the game, man. I don't know what's in it. I haven't played
the game in a while. I understand that. So it has, like, it's kind of like a tank in the way that it moves, but it's a payload. I guess that's the only other way I can describe it.
Well, in that case, that's good.
And it stops at a position and it launches a rocket that's supposed to be Ethereum science data related.
Okay. Because there is
I just refer to it as the escort objective because that's all MWZ is just objectives.
It's objectives. Yeah, I have seen that. Yeah, no, when you were saying tank, there is a creature called a tank in zombies lore here, and it's been coming up a lot more in the custom zombie maps. It's a huge creature, very long arms, surprisingly, and that is the tank. And that is what I thought you were talking about for the longest time. It's like, yeah, you don't want to heal that thing. That thing has
the only bizarre creatures, the only bizarre creatures that I'd say we currently have in what's now the Dark Ether storyline is the Orda, the Abominations, and the Mimics, and that's it.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
All of those twisted and contorted flesh beings that are also somewhat merged with like apothecans.
Yeah.
I always thought that those monster designs were really, really cool when they were introduced in Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see that they still have that art style that's paying homage to it's not like old zombies, but it's old enough zombies at this point where it's
old-ish. Yeah.
It hits hard.
It's too bad they didn't bring back them exo zombies. I know everybody's real sad about that.
I actually am very sad about that. I love exo zombies.
I do enjoy that one too. Honestly, I was so surprised to hear that a lot of the community did not like exo zombies, surprisingly. So, guess just some rare fews out there that still enjoy it. That and World War II, I guess. It's not as hated as Advanced Warfare, but it's not liked very much.
Yeah.
I was really surprised to hear that.
Sledgehammer Zombies is very not new player friendly. And also it's very difficult.
That is true, though.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't like the jump scares in like World War II, but I thought that was so cool. But sorry, that's a little off topic. But yeah, no. Honestly, these are great notes, though. Like, it's very interesting to hear they brought that weapon back, and I'm actually really thrilled to see what that's like. But as you guys know, I haven't gotten Modern Warfare yet. I haven't gotten that one just yet. So one of these days I'll try it. It's not been on my highest list to get that particular game just because, as you were saying, like it's got a lot of just missions that you take, and that to me isn't the zombie experience that I usually look for, but it is a unique thing, and I guess I'd like to check that out just to see what it's like. But
I've kind of just accepted that I paid $60 for a revamped VR11, and that's it.
Yeah, dude, the games are kind of pricey. I'm not gonna lie. This next one's $70 for Black Ops 6.
$70.
Yep, big hefty 70. But you know, I'm hoping it'll be worth it. So we'll see. But okay,
I'm just
Wistful.
Glad that we're getting round based back.
I know, me too. I was just going to ask, what did you have for questions for the podcast before I get into my mega list that I got for you?
Yeah, really just the points and criteria that like we're talking about the wonder weapons. And I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on like how you gauge them, how you view them. What about them like points of interest essentially, like visually, how do they look? How do they behave in gameplay? Lethality, utility, stuff like that.
I like bright colors.
He likes bright colors.
Yeah, my top 10 is entirely the most flashy wonder weapons. I'm not even gonna try and hide it.
That's true. Yeah. I can definitely agree with that one for sure. I think for me, for one, I like a weapon that has good visual effects. When it's being fired, the effects it has on a zombie. Like some of the coolest wonder weapons I think of, like for instance, like the Wunderwaffe you were talking, Wistful. Like when you shoot a zombie, you see them being electrified. They're like juddering around with electricity going through them. It has a unique effect that applies to the zombies. Or when you think of like Ray Gun Mark III, when you shoot the zombies, they puff up and then they explode.
And then their body starts to disintegrate. And you can see like parts of them just being fizzled away. Or you you shoot an entire horde of zombies with the wave gun, and then their eyes just start glowing red, and they just start trottling around, and then they float up, and they get much thicker, and then pop, and you can hear the microwave ding.
Yep. No, exactly. I like to see something cool with it. And yes, I'm also kind of with Carpel on this too, where like visually stunning for the weapon as well. For me, I'm kind of a sucker for when they do almost like steampunk in style or retro in style, like 50s, like the ray gun, the classic ray gun look. I always thought was such a unique look for the ray gun because it looks like this 50s style toy ray gun, and it's a cool look. But yeah, just kind of that.
Are you referencing the weapons of rock on Spaceland?
No, not that ray gun. No, the original one from like
just
Black
the
Ops.
One.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like how it kind of looks like a toy ray gun. But yeah, you're also right too. The ones from Spaceland are also ray gun in design, like a toy ray gun. It's like, but I think I like more the 50s style, like getting back to like more retro old style in design, and I personally like that kind of thing. Yeah, but that's my take on it.
So that must mean you like the Mad from Attack.
The Mad, well, that one was kind of basic. That one didn't have any really unique. It didn't look that unique on the outside, honestly. It looked too
I'll give
plain. That's more what I would go with it. You could add parts to it and give it a little more detail, but I don't know. I think kind of like going back to the Wunderwaffe, how it's got a lot of details on the outside.
It looks in the 50s, so
yeah, it looks nice. It looks kind of cool, you know, and it's got a unique design. But that being said, I also, as I said, and I think it would be my number one favorite wonder weapon, the Mark II ray gun. I do like that design as well. I like futuristic and sci-fi also. So I don't know, maybe getting a mix of the two, it might be a cool combination, but those are things that I generally like in seeing in a ray gun for its physical appeal. But yeah, what about you, Wistful? What would you say yours would be?
I'm sorry, mine what?
What do you look for in like a ray gun? What kind of like?
What do I look for?
Yeah.
So, I do like the visual characteristics of wonder weapons, and their effects on the zombies that I killed. Obviously to get that part of the fun in the experience. The two things that I really, really value in wonder weapons, is lethality and utility. So when you think of lethality, weapons like the Wunderwaffe have infinite damage. The Thunder Gun has infinite damage. Thunder Gun against Margwas in Black Ops 3 content, it pretty much has the ability to two-shot them. Because one shot of that just completely blows off the upper jaw of the Margwa head itself. You've got the baby gun, which you port up a whole bunch of zombies. Maybe you get a small explosive on the ground. You time the shot right. All the baby zombies are succumb to any damage. They're all one shot essentially. Yeah. Apothecant Servant. It has the ability to damage a Margwa's head if you hit the Margwa directly, but it just it absorbs all those zombies into a black hole. Weapons that have that kind of lethality, they really speak to me. And as of recently, I've also been trying to view wonder weapons with utility too. So, like, one of my favorites, and I think this is actually is this in my top 5? It is. It is in my top 5. The Paralyzer from Buried. I always loved the
number three. That is a unique one.
And, for the time when I was actually into zombies, seeing the Paralyzer, I was in awe of how the weapon looked, and I thought that was a cool one for zombies. And I learned that the Wunderwaffe exists after I learned the Paralyzer exists. I'm like, dude, why the hell? Why, dude? Why? But actually, I just love the design of the Paralyzer. I know it used to be broken. I know that they nerfed it, but the utility that weapon had, especially for the map it was on, it was fantastic. I know. Paralyzer make you go fly is nowhere near as good.
I wanted to get into that a little.
In Modern Warfare Zombies, that makes you fly way freaking higher.
But
also looking at that.
Yeah, but Paralyzer make you go fly on Buried and not Modern Warfare Zombies.
Right, exactly.
So they did bring it back in Modern Warfare as well. Oh my gosh.
To that, yeah. So I'm just trying to look at weapons also with their utility. So, and it's not just the Paralyzer too. You also have the KT-4 on Zetsubel. You fire it at a spore and you run into the mist cloud. Not only does it cleanse the spore so it's not toxic to you, but it gives you a speed boost and a temporary infinite stamina. So you can just run.
Yeah.
And that's super, super cool. Speedrunners utilize that all the time.
So then why is the Wunderwaffe your number one if it has no like alternate abilities?
Why is the Wunderwaffe my number one? Because that I think I do value that lethality a little bit more than utility.
You know, that kind of brings into another area too. I guess to ask somebody like what their favorite wonder weapon is, it depends from what aspect you're going at it from. I guess like for me, I'm more considering what I found to be like the coolest looking, instead of what works the best. That's kind of what I was going off from. I feel like if you go off of the category of which one works the best, that would then lead to a different wonder weapon maybe being your favorite. If so, I would then say like the melee. Well, actually, no, that one actually gets kind of bad after a while. I was going to say the melee weapon from Forsaken, so that's not that powerful, honestly.
I try to keep in mind a whole bunch of stuff whenever I'm ranking my favorites. But yeah, I like the design. I like the Tesla look of the WAF. I love the electricity with it. I love the propaganda assets that Treyarch Activision made for Modern Warfare Zombies that promoted the wonder weapons that were in that game, because the Wunderwaffe is in Modern Warfare Zombies, just to name that little detail. There's flair to the WAF. There's lethality to the WAF. It may not have utility, but I value flair in a wonder weapon and its lethality at the top. And utilities like just underneath it.
So actually, a few side points that I was going to tie into that. You had mentioned, for one, the Paralyzer, which this is not a question I had written on my list, but I kind of wish I did. But you were kind of saying how you can fly with the Paralyzer, how basically a wonder weapon has this extra feature that it's not technically supposed to be known for. What do you guys think about that in a wonder weapon? Like having this extra ability of some sort, either being able to fly or maybe having more knockback to aliens, or having like allow you to be able to run faster or something like that. What do you think of like having that in a future wonder weapon? As you know, like Black Ops 6 is coming out. If like say their wonder weapon has an extra ability to it that benefits the player in some way. What are your thoughts on that being in the game? Do you think that's not an okay thing? Do you like the idea of it being a little bit broken and being able to do extra things it might not supposed to be able to do? You know, just curious on your thoughts on that.
Yeah. On the contrary, I think that that's a really important thing to have in zombies. It gives map identity. It gives a weapon its uniqueness.
I feel that
a lot of people in the zombies community right now have been constantly complaining about all these more recent maps that we've had. We're like, constantly facility map, constantly this, and people want uniqueness. They want something about a map that stands out. And one of the large factors of a map that like goes into that is the wonder weapon and having unique abilities to it. Some maybe only the players will find out soon enough, or maybe it's advertised. I think unique abilities are one of the most important things as far as wonder weapons go. That's why I love utility so much.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, how about you, Carpel? What do you think of it?
Yeah, for sure. I don't mind if a new wonder weapon is broken, as long as it's not boring and as long as it has those like secondary abilities.
Okay.
It's the same reason why I kind of disagree with your guys' off takes and like your thunder gun takes, is because I find wonder weapons, like I can acknowledge that they're good, but if you just point a gun in a direction and then it takes out everything in front of you, to me it's just mindless and boring.
Interesting. Yeah, that was going to be one of my other topics for you guys, like the power of a wonder weapon. Whether is it okay for a wonder weapon to be overpowered or not to be overpowered? Like when you think of something, do you want it to instantly kill your zombies, or do you want it just to do more damage than all the other weapons in the box? Like that kind of thing. That's kind of one of the questions I actually did have for you guys. So you kind of tapped into it there. But I mean, I'd love to hear your take on that, Wistful, if you got one.
I think that wonder weapons need lethality. I think that they need that ability to one shot. Make it feel like it's broken.
I don't know
can't
about
remember, but there are so many times in history through zombies where wonder weapons will get nerfs. And not everybody, but a lot of people in the community complain. It's like, it's a PvE mode. Who is this negatively affecting other than the players that enjoy the weapons gameplay loop? I remember when Firebase Z came out and the Raid K was introduced. Everybody loved it. Everybody was doing that camping strategy in the one room, and they were using the Vortex shot, and they kept that mode on. They were able to swap on and off. And it made the weapons so powerful. And it wasn't even like I want to say like a direct nerf to its damage capabilities or anything like that. It was like a nerf to how you could operate the weapon. Like they removed a conveniency that made it better to play and better to use to kill zombies with. It's stuff like that where I guess much more of a literal, like, its damage affected is when they nerf the Slickle Fire. That's not
I was
fun.
just about to bring that up.
People literally have found ways to get around that patch for the most part, and it's still pretty freaking lethal as a wonder weapon. I think this is especially known in Black Ops 3. Obviously, you've got your weapons in Black Ops 3: Pothkin Servant, Thunder Gun, potentially Wonder
just going to talk on that one too.
There's weapons in Black Ops 3 that people hold in a high pedestal because of their lethality, and some of them for their utility. I'm not going to deny that, absolutely, but like let's just look at this, for example, the ray gun in Black Ops 3. Nobody wants it. No one
not
wants
anymore.
It. You know why?
Man.
Because it literally it has splash damage that can harm you.
It hurts you.
PhD is not a perk that exists in that game, and you have to go out of your way to get it as a gobble gum if you want that protection. The damage wanes in comparison to double pack-a-punching wonder weapons and to just other wonder weapons in general.
Or just
like,
any
why
weapon.
would you go for it? Yeah, literally any weapon other than that. It's just Wonder weapons need a reason for people to want them, other than the fact that ooh, it's the wonder weapon. Ooh, it looks cool.
You make a very good point on that because exactly, the old ray gun, nobody really wants it anymore, you know. It does. And actually, you brought up the Apothecant Servant, which was another topic I was going to mention here. The Apothecant Servant was actually one weapon that originally was really good, and it still is good, but they ended up taking it down a notch so you couldn't pack-a-punch it anymore. That was the thing they removed from it because the gun was, I guess, too powerful.
Well, that's not entirely true. It was originally it was originally a glitch in Shadows that you were able to pack-a-punch it. They never intended to release that with the map. Yeah.
Ah, okay. That I didn't know. I thought it was like it was too powerful and they didn't like that, so they removed it. And I was gonna say, like, I thought personally, and this is, I have to kind of agree with Wistful on this one. I personally like when a wonder weapon does a lot of damage, and also if it's visually stunning. But yeah, because to me, a wonder weapon is something epic, and it should do something epic. I think back to like Fallout 4, how you could get like the nuke gun. I'm pretty sure that's not its name, but it shoots multiple nukes, and it's not. I haven't seen the show yet. Actually, I really want to see that.
I have not seen the show nor the games, so I'm in the dark as well.
Oh, okay. Anyways, there's this one weapon. It has like these miniature like nuclear bombs that you could shoot and just devastate your environment with whatever you shoot it at. It's like an ultimate weapon, and you were excited to try and work your way to getting that, or any of the like better weapons they had in the game, you know? But yeah, I feel like a wonder weapon should do something crazy insane, something really cool. To me, although I've liked, and like the original ray gun is an example of this, it was once a really good weapon. It was stronger than all the weapons in the box, and at that time people were excited for it because it was the best out of everything. But now we have even better weapons. It's not even anyone's first choice to really want to get the original ray gun. There's always something the better in the box you want.
Insane on every other facet of the sandbox. Yeah.
So to get a weapon that does a lot of damage but doesn't devastate anything, I think players kind of sway away from it a little bit. And I guess I would be one of those people that does. I personally like something that can completely wipe a field if you're in an emergency, because I guess I'm focused on more things than just dealing multiple damage to the zombies in front of me at that moment. It's like I want to clear the way so I can get to my objective for this Easter egg or something like that. See, that's how I think about it. But yeah,
Not lad. I see where you guys are coming from, and I also think that killing is important for a wonder weapon. But if that's all it does, if all it does is just clear a path in front of you, that is so boring to me. Like some of my favorite wonder weapons will not kill past like round 25, but they have some like incredible secondary abilities that make them amazing. So I don't think lethality is needed for every weapon, as long as the utility is enough to justify it.
Yeah, definitely. That's why we're having this podcast. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on it, and that's an interesting take as well, honestly. Because
I am now a little bit intrigued. I'm a little bit more intrigued to hear his.
I think Carpel likes the challenge.
Yeah, I got a couple silly ones. Yeah,
go for it.
Are we starting this now?
If you want to, if you guys want to do that. My list is long, so I'll get to that eventually. But yeah.
Okay,
let's I say we go one number at a time, 10, 10, 10, 9, 9, 9, and till we get to 1. Talk about it.
All right, who wants to start?
I guess I'll start. So at my number 10, I could not decide which of these two I liked better, but they're so similar that I kind of just put them both there.
Real quick. Is it 10 best or number 1 is best?
Number 1 is your favorite. 10 is your 10th favorite.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay, continue.
All right. So my number 10 favorite wonder weapons are the Whirlwind and the Acid Rain from Rave. And I could not decide which one I liked better because they both have aspects that I think are better.
Okay. What about you, Wistful?
I'll be honest. I made a 5. I made a list of 5. I'm currently working on the back end of the 5. I've got 4 more to go.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't even have a list of that, so I was gonna just try to think it through as you guys answer first, and then I would let you know.
Okay. I guess I'll just ask. What do you think's better, Whirlwind or Acid Rain?
Ooh, Whirlwind. That was always my choice.
Acid Rain. Okay, so. Oh man. So I would say because I'm a lot more of an Easter egg focused person than I am high rounds. Acid Rain.
He's doing Acid Rain. Yeah, I do it. I do it.
One. Just because of I'm trying to think of the uses for the headshots, for the head step, head ritual, or the boss fight where you're trying to get souls collected. But if you're talking about a wonder weapon for high rounding, to get the most amount of kills possible, I don't know.
The Whirlwind, maybe.
I don't know. Maybe the Whirlwind is better. They're both so good. I haven't gone to high rounds like that on Rave ever, so.
No one's gonna go for the trap one.
I think I might put Whirlwind just a little bit above it because I think it has the potential to kill more zombies, or I guess to kill more full hordes.
Yeah, the thing I always found with it is that the Acid Rain one, it doesn't last for as long as I would have liked that one to. So when you shoot a shot, it lasts for a small amount of time, and then it seems like it ends so fast. And with limited ammo, I guess I didn't like that so much. The Whirlwind one, you could shoot it in one direction and take out anything that was in that path. And I guess to me, I always thought that one did the most damage. So it was always the one I went for. But you added an interesting take on that where it's like you do speed running and stuff like that. So the needs of the Wonder Weapon then change, you know, what it is you require of it changes. And that's very unique as well. And yeah, honestly, both of those are really good. But yeah, for me, it was always the Whirlwind. I love that one, how it can clear everything. So it's great. But yeah. Well, what is on the next part of your list? We got to work down yours, Carpel. And then once we get to 5, then Wistful can chime in on his. And I'll try to contribute anything I can on that front.
I'm on the 10th item right now. I might have to do a little bit of reorganizing, but
did you add some? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm like working on the other half of the list in real time, and I'm on the last item right now.
Okay. Once again, it was 10 for least favorite, 1 for best.
Right? Yeah.
Right. Not like your 10th favorite.
10th favorite.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, technically that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got you. Okay. Yeah.
The reason I can't decide which one I like better is it kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier, where the Whirlwind, it's like shooting forward and killing. No matter how cool the visual effect is, no matter how cool like using a crossbow for that is, it is still just a point and shoot and win. It's still a little boring to me, which is why I think the Acid Rain is maybe honestly a little better.
You like the challenge. It looks cooler. That is what I'm seeing about you. You enjoy the challenge of it, and honestly,
not necessarily.
No,
because I'll just go into number 9 right now. The wave gun is my number 9, and the wave gun. So pretty much.
Yeah, the wave gun.
But it's also really cool, which I think
is really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I think the zap gun variant I definitely like less, just because it is less lethal. But I also like that it gives you the option for that. Whereas I feel like some other especially BO1 Wonder Weapons, like all it is point and shoot, and the wave gun is that somewhat. But it also has like the added ability of creating drops, and it has the funny microwave effect.
Very true, very true. Yeah, I completely forgot about that one too. I used it many a time.
The wave gun.
Yeah, the wave gun. I'd even consider that one in my list as I was writing all the questions I have for you guys. That is true though. Honestly, I want to say for like a number 10, I might go for. What was that one? Are we going for more lethality or for like just favorite all around?
That's the thing, not lad. It is.
It's hard to.
That is your own justification.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, if you want to rank lethality higher than utility or lower, like it's up to you.
Yeah.
Completely up to you.
Okay, so if I was to do a number 10, I think, man, why'd it have to be 10? Such a wide range.
I'm
man.
prepared.
There's too many wonder weapons. We had to do a big number.
There's a lot I got to consider here, but I would have to put number 10, and although this kind of counteracts my argument from earlier, although I really do like the Crystal Axe, I think I might put it in 10th place. And although people might not agree with that one, it's because there are many other wonder weapons that I'm putting before it. And the only thing, if we're going off from like a lethality kind of area, that would move around some of my choices. But if it's just like general favorites, yeah, I think it would be, that one would be a number 10. But yeah, okay. We can keep going though.
I just finished my list.
Did you really? Okay.
Yeah, I just now finished it. Okay. Do you guys want me to go through like the whole thing from bottom to top, 10 to 1?
No, I think we just go 10. Start with that.
One at a time. Start with 10.
Yeah.
Since I don't have a list, you guys, name them off. You knock it out of the park.
I'll be honest.
Listen.
I was thinking about all the wonder weapons, and there was like most of the wonder weapons on my list all have either extreme lethality or extreme utility, or very niche utility. The only item that made it on my list that's at the very 10th spot, it's a mix between lethality and utility, but it's like in a form that is like really still pleasing to me, and that's the Magma Gat. I really enjoy the Magma Gat from Blood of the Dead, or
that is a very good one.
If you want to use the upgraded version, the Magmus Operandi. I love the mini monkey bomb effect that it has. I love how lethal it is for zombies in the higher rounds, and how it just claps the wardens. Shoot it at the ground. If the warden steps on it, he's dead. Shoot him directly, you're not going to get the kill. You can't do that. So you have to know how to use the weapon properly. It's so powerful, and it does have that monkey bomb effect. It is like, admittingly, whenever I do the Easter egg on the map, I'll always go for the sweeper because it's less work. The sweeper gets the job done on the warden still, but it's just that monkey bomb effect that adds on to the weapon.
Really cool.
I love it. I love it for that utility.
That was a great mention. Yeah, that is another fantastic weapon. That one would probably get a 3rd place for me because I'm saving 2 others for the higher spot, but that would probably fall number 3 for me.
As in like your 3rd favorite or
third
best?
favorite? Yeah.
God
3rd best
damn!
for me. Yeah, it's getting there.
Wow.
There's other 2 at top, so it's getting there actually, yeah. Because that whole monkey bomb effect and everything is what kind of brings it up higher for me. Because I like when a wonder weapon can do something like that, like either distract a zombie or do something physically unique to them as well. Those kind of bring up a wonder weapon higher for me.
Yeah, when I got to the 10th spot, I was thinking about weapons in BO4, and I really thought between the utility of like the monkey bomb effect from the Magma Gat versus the tethering effect on the Death of Orion or the Circuit's Kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, especially on Blood, where a large majority of the Easter egg is just you standing still, pressing buttons. I think it's very useful in that sense, where you could just like shoot it, do your thing, shoot it, do your thing. Yeah. Which is I don't really get the sweeper being better than it though, as you mentioned.
For the Easter, whenever you speed around the map, you always use the sweeper.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
It's just a one shot for the wardens, and that's really all you care about it for. And if you have other tools to work on the zombies, it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, if you're just going for high rounds, or if you're doing the Easter egg casually, you're not trying like that, Magma Gat's still definitely a better pick. It has more utility. It has more flair as well. More uniqueness for that kind of gameplay.
I gotcha. Hey,
I think the Acid Gat looks better, but yeah.
You just had to get that in there, yeah.
You just had to get that in there, didn't you? God damn it.
No, very good.
I think the Magma Gat is probably my least favorite looking variant of the Blunder Gat.
Damn, that hurts. All right.
It is so interesting, the varied opinion on all these. That's very interesting.
It fits the theme of the map, but that whole map is just like grays and reds, and I like wonder weapons that stick out a little more, and that green kind of contrasts everything. I don't know. I think it's way better.
All right.
No, this is good. This is good input. I like it. Yeah, we got to have some differing opinions here. But we are still on like number 9 for like 9th Wonder Weapon, right?
I think we just got 9, right?
I already gave my number 9 because you guys were still finalizing your list. So
yes.
So I guess
I know you guys did. I haven't.
Do you want to go with your 9?
Yeah. So number 9 for me. I'm thinking. I wanna see. Originally, I had one in mind, and now I'm kind of moving it around a little bit because like I feel like I didn't place it in the right category justly, but I would have to say, and can we do same wonder weapons from same maps, like if there's different variants of it?
For sure, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, Acid Rain, the Acid Rain crossbow would be next.
Acid Rain would be
9th.
next for you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, what more is there to say?
Brave.
It's like
Yeah.
That one.
it's the grain.
Yeah, that one would go there.
It's the best crossbow, objectively.
Objectively, yeah.
Yeah.
To me, that one's not number 1, so that's why it's sitting in that area right now.
Okay.
But yeah. Okay, how about number 8? What's number 8?
Oh, yeah. My number 8 is... Oh, this is a fun one. It is the Trident from Descent, Exo Zombies.
Ooh, that one's on my list, but it's going up a little higher, honestly.
I do not think it is a good weapon. Like, at all.
It's
I
not
think it
as
is a really
effective as it like.
fun weapon.
It is.
I think the noise it makes is really funny. And I think there's like a 5% chance, I don't know if like that's an actual statistic, that the wonder weapon actually does bounce and chain into more zombies, but when it does, it's the most satisfying feeling in that entire game. It is one of the reasons why Descent is my favorite Exo Zombies map.
I mean, that one honestly made that map for me. That's why I think I'm putting it a little higher, just because like I've played, both me and Wist, we played Skur Ritual recently, and they have a blunderbuss type gun. And yeah, that's right, you played it too. But that one doesn't auto target things like in Advanced Warfare does, and that's why I think the one in Advanced Warfare is just a little cooler in that respect. Granted, in Skur Ritual, their design was a little cooler on that one, I think, but actually, no, then again, I'd say Advanced Warfare had a cool one. I like how it has the arms on the side of it. The reload animation is cool, and just, I don't know, for me, that one I was actually putting a little higher on my list, because I honestly really like that weapon. It isn't very effective, like you were saying. Like, you could upgrade it as many times as you can, but it still never seems to do enough damage, if I was to say. But yeah, I honestly don't know. But I think I would put it just a little higher on my list, I think. But okay. No, that's a very good one. Good
I
weapon,
I also like that every time it collides with something, it accelerates ever so slightly. So if you're in the first Oz boss,
that's true,
and you shoot into his like little DJ booth and it bounces off all the walls, you get that thing going like Mach 10, hitting him like 10 times a second. It's great.
That's sick. Yeah, no, I definitely agree.
All right, what's your number 8?
What's yours?
So we did skip 9 for me.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot you didn't.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you did 10. That's right.
Yeah, we can do my 9 and then Not Lad's 8, and then we'll do my 8.
Sounds good.
We'll do that. All right. So, yeah. So, like I said, everything that I ranked except for my 10th spot. 10th spot is like what was like an honorable mention. It still had lethality. It still had utility. Everything from now on until we get to, I believe, number 6. Yeah, until we get to number 6 is utility focus. Number 1. So at number 9, I actually have the DIE Electrobolt variant. And it is literally just because of the fact that if you fire this thing and you run, you are the Flash. Literally, that is the reason it's here.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that's sick.
I love that so much. Yeah, there's no other weapon in Zombies history that makes you feel like the literal Flash. You just fire and you go zoom. It's so much fun. It is.
Well, I don't know about that. There's another in World War II that I think is a little better than a speed boost. It can teleport you across the map at your whim.
Well, teleport is one thing. Move fast is another. So,
but then you don't have to move at all. You could just throw it and get there instantly. Isn't that better?
He's got you there, though.
Is it because it's cooler to move fast, or because it's like
I think
you find it more
It's pretty cool to move fast. Yeah,
it is.
Okay.
And a lot of the purposes that we end up using, especially the Dielectrobolt 4, right? Because in your situation, in order for yours to work, you need to have line of sight of the area, not necessarily a straight path to get there, but you have to follow the device. This, you still have the middleman. You still gotta run to get there, but you're still very freaking fast. So I would say that the fact that you need line of sight to teleport, that's a downgrade. That is definitely a downgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll get to that later in my list. Spoilers.
I could honestly see both of them. I think if I'm gonna be able to run fast with a wonder weapon, I want to see some like electricity effects coming off of me, so it looks like I'm running like the Flash. That I think would make it really cool, honestly. This is kind
of hurting because now I'm realizing part of the reason why that one field upgrade was made, Tesla Storm, in Cold War and in
it does look like that.
Yeah.
That's
literally kind of what it does. It's just not a wonder weapon. It feels like it should be a wonder weapon, though, honestly.
Yeah. No, I honestly could see both of them, but okay. You said you oh, go ahead, Carpel.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I find it crazy that they even added that in later updates, because already that was easily the best die variant. Like, it wasn't even close damage-wise. And then they go and add one of the most useful pieces of utility in the entirety of Cold War Zombies.
Yeah.
Like, what even reason is there to use the other variants anymore?
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Ooh, okay. Closing in. Oh, man. My list is continuously changing because of the other ones that I keep remembering. But I would like to say, and this wasn't going to be my number 8, but I am going to say I'm going to have to say the Paralyzer. I actually wanted to have that one higher, but I just recalled I've just recalled another amazing weapon that we haven't even mentioned yet, and that one pushes that back a little bit. So there was another one I was going to put. Oh, no. Sorry. No, 8. No, forget that. That one would be 7. No, number 8 would be the Winter's Howl for me. I think that weapon was actually really cool back in 5. But it's not talked about anymore. Nobody really has said much about that. But the idea of a freezing weapon to me is so cool. And I really like that. So technically I could do like the ice staff instead, but I didn't like the ice staff as much. I personally like the wind staff as like number 1 for staffs.
Honestly, I should have put wind staff in my top 10. I completely forgot to.
I know, as you guys are mentioning, certain ones are coming back to me, but yeah, I still am thinking I'm gonna do like a Winter's Howl on 8. 8 will be Winter's Howl.
Damn.
Yep.
Why?
Because there are bigger ones. Do you mean why it's even on my list, or?
Yeah.
Because I personally just
okay,
liked it. I actually just liked it. I know not many people would agree with that one, but I enjoyed it greatly when I used it. Just as I said, like the freezing weapon, I know you can get yourself trapped with it, and I know that was a bit of an issue, but I loved it. I thought it was so cool.
See,
so it's more just personal choice.
Yeah, I didn't get to mention this earlier because we kind of moved on, but I think the Winter's Howl is like by far the most underrated Wonder Weapon. Because
I thought so
I'll
too. Yeah.
I'll be seeing rankings of like these different Wonder Weapons, and they'll put it in the same tier as stuff like the VR11, and I find that crazy because like it doesn't kill. Crazy. It doesn't kill for that long, but if you get into a situation where you're about to be cornered and you shoot that thing, it slows the zombies so much that you can easily escape. And you don't even need to react quickly.
Unless you trap yourself, but which has happened in the past. But yeah, that's the only downside with that particular weapon. Because it just freezes and doesn't. Did it shatter them afterwards? It's been a long time since.
If you shoot enough times,
you'd have to shoot multiple times. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but no, I like the whole effects of it. And I like the concept of it too. And this is a little bit why it's getting kind of the ranking it is. If they brought the Winter's Howl back for certain maps, it would be so useful for Easter egg steps. Those times where you just need a zombie in a particular spot to kill it in a particular spot, you could freeze that zombie right there and then melee it or whatever you needed to. And I think that's got a lot of potential.
Winter's Whale.
Winter's Whale.
Winter's Whale.
Why
that's not the same thing.
Well?
That's more like a widow's wine. Yeah, no, my biggest problem with the map 5 is I like the Winter's Howl, but that map doesn't have an Easter egg. So on the map, it's just kind of lame. Like, I feel like high round situations are when you want the more lethal weapons, whereas Easter eggs, the utilities, obviously more useful, like the Mamagat one.
Yeah, exactly.
But then they release Classified, and it still doesn't. Well, okay, round 150, but it still doesn't have like a fully fledged out Easter egg.
Yeah,
they missed the mark. It's sad.
Yeah, I agree. If it's implemented correctly, if the Wonder Weapon is implemented in the right kind of map correctly, then I feel like it would be the coolest thing. And if they gave it better abilities too, like maybe like a secondary fire of some sort, that would also be really sick. I just think the weapon has a lot of potential, and it was cool looking. It was unique for the time. It was the first ice weapon we had ever gotten. Black Ops. So yeah, that was before Origins. But yeah,
can't be too close to the Forge Freeze though. Definitely
True.
Can't get too close. I feel like that was Infinity Ward's like other approach to the Winter's
garbage.
Howl.
Yeah, that didn't last very long, but it does work well. I will say that it just doesn't have as much ammo, I'd say. The times I tried it, I thought it did.
People actually use the Forge Freeze for is literally for points. Yeah. If you're not playing in Director's Cut, like that's the reason people use it. There's so many videos of people making guides back in the day. It's like, here's how to get everything going by this round, and it's just you do this setup strat, because back then the point system was drastically different than how it is today. I wish we could go back to the way the point system used to be.
I'm thinking about it.
Does the Forge Freeze give you more points?
Yes.
Okay, because I was about to say, like, on Spaceland, a map with much better alternatives other than the Face Melter, like, why would you ever even consider picking up the Forge Freeze? But I guess that makes sense.
Actually, you know what? Now I'm recalling it. That weapon wasn't good, was it?
Why did you say Face Melt?
Wait, what did I mean to say?
I don't know what you meant to say. Like you were comparing the Forge Freeze to the Face Melter. Oh
no, I was just saying the Face Melter is the worst of the 4.
Oh, okay.
The implication there.
Okay,
I gotcha.
I know you don't like the Shredder much, Wist, but
it's really close with how shit the Shredder is to me. So I mean, they're both neck and neck, and how bad they are. But anyway, yeah.
Okay, did everybody share their 8s? You have not. Yeah, that's right, because you're behind. Okay,
let's not forget Wist.
I actually just changed mine. It was going to be the Scorcher. It was. but I do not respect open world zombies enough to put it there. Sorry, but I don't. So you probably know it's going to be at number 7. If I like a movement tool like that, but I don't like open world zombies enough, I'm putting the only other thing that is like it's like the Electro Ball, but it's not quite like it. I've already mentioned it already, but it would be the KT4 Masamune. Technically speaking, it does have more utility than just being able to run faster and to mitigate spores. It also can upgrade plants, which can be beneficial to you. It's literally used for the Easter egg in a unique sense. Like, it has you use the Wonder Weapon in a very unique context to do a step, to do an Easter egg. And it makes you think about the gameplay loop a little bit differently. I really like that about the KT4. And honestly, shout out to my boy Alex. He loves Zetsubo, and that's one of his favorite Wonder Weapons of all time as well. So he's got good taste. I like the utility of this weapon, and it's a very, very lethal weapon for high rounds too, especially if you're camping. Not so much for the thrashers, but more so for the zombie.
Sure.
I don't want to spoil your list here, but do you have this liquefy higher than it, or because I feel like this liquefier is infinitely better than the KT4 Masamune.
You're talking, or just for like movement, or what do you mean?
Just for everything.
Just in general.
Yeah. I don't know, I don't know about that.
I don't want to say anything until I continue on with my list. I don't want to spoil.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Okay.
If liquefier's not higher, you're a little crazy. All right. Are we moving on to 7, or do you have anything?
Number 7.
Who wants to?
What you got, Carpel?
I think I know.
I think we're doing it in an order now, so I guess Carpel, you lead us off. What do you got?
Carpel's probably best.
Okay, so I have not played Ancient Evil much, nor have I used this weapon much. But I think the hand, I don't want to say this wrong because I know some people pronounce it certain ways, and I don't want to offend the Greeks or anything. But the hand of Charon.
Oh,
I don't know. I just think it's really cool.
I think we'll go with Charon.
I know what you're talking about. I've completely blocked that out of my brain too. Black Ops 4 weapons.
I think dragging zombies to the underworld is
It was cool, visually stunning.
Yeah.
Yes, very cool.
It does have that monkey bomb effect too.
And that is the only reason I have it. I have only used it a handful of times. But it's my favorite part of Ancient Evil easily.
I'm just saying the Magma Gat does have more ammo, and it's only slightly worser of a monkey bomb
the Magma Gat.
So I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
The Magma Gat does not have the quality of being a magic hand thing.
Dang.
Yeah, that is it.
You shut me down like that. The Magma Gat can only be upgraded once, maybe twice if you pack a punch it. The hand can be upgraded 3 times.
Okay, but who actually upgrades the hand 3 times? Like, who's gonna do that?
That's a good question. That's a good. Well,
I wonder if I ever did. I think so. Yeah.
I don't think I have.
Exalted Hand of Charon. 50 ammo, I think it is.
I just remember Black Ops 4 just being rough in many different aspects, but I did do some grinding on certain maps, and I was so intrigued by the gauntlets that you could get. Those ones were really unique, and going through the steps to make each one was a unique experience, honestly. I don't know if I'm going to say those ones even make it to my list, though. I don't think so, but I give you props for mentioning those, though. I completely forgot about that. But okay, does that mean me next? I had mentioned which one goes into my 7th spot, but I completely forgot what it was.
Paralyzer.
I think then you should go next then.
I think I'm sticking with that. Right. Yeah, the Paralyzer is going to sit in that slot.
What is your rationale
for putting it there?
Yeah, for putting it there.
So basically, it's mostly being that there are a lot of other weapons that I feel are a lot cooler and a lot more powerful in my respect. I'm still not sure if I'm judging this on power or just the ones I like the most, but I'm trying to mix the two together. So visually and just cool, which ones just make me more excited when I see them. It's kind of how I'm going about it. The paralyzer's on that part of the list because there are some others that I found to be a lot cooler, and some I'm just remembering. So the paralyzer is one of the coolest ones. It's just not number one for me. The paralyzer was unique. I liked that you could fly with it, and I loved how it looked. It doesn't kill zombies right away, which is one reason why it kind of gets put a little bit lower. It's not like a thunder gun where it completely wipes them out and you can go free about your situation. It's not like a panic weapon is how I would say it. So if you're caught in a bad situation, you couldn't necessarily just clear the area super fast. The zombies are still moving at you, but they're getting slowed as you do so. And it takes a while to kill them. And I think it's just the time that it takes to kill them I find a little inconvenient. But that being said, it's still an effective weapon. It does have a cooldown too, and that's another downside about it, and I think also why it gets put at that part of the list. If it didn't have the cooldown, if it was unlimited, and maybe if it slowed the zombies and destroyed them a little bit faster, I think it would go a little higher for me. Because just taking into both damage and its usability, yeah, that's probably where I would put it. It still makes it on my list, but wouldn't be the top.
I agree with a lot of those points. The only thing I disagree with is the weapon is unlimited ammo. I completely disagree. With
it is unlimited. You just have to
unlimited.
Wait. It's just that it's that wait period that's inconvenient. And it does
one
lose
weapon
it
in Zombies
fast.
history that is unlimited but doesn't have a drawback like that?
There was.
Wait, what sort of drawback? Sorry,
like ammo, probably. I'm assuming
something that would prevent you from firing the weapon.
Yeah,
the jet gun completely obliterating itself.
I was going to joke about the jet gun being on my list because I did play a modded version of the jet gun. It was incredible. Without it, actually blowing up in the end, there's a mod where you can get unlimited jet gun, and it was so cool. You could just suck in zombies all over the place and just destroy them instantly. It was great. There was it wasn't exploding. Yeah, you could fly too, and even if you jumped and were using it, you could fly forward a little bit. So it was great.
And I find it funny whenever people mention the jet gun is bad, and all the comments under the YouTube video would just say, well, actually it has infinite ammo and infinite damage. You're just not using it right.
It's pretty trash. I'm just gonna say that
trash.
Without the mod,
matter.
No, I'd never. It's not worth it, man. Which I really wish they would have made it last longer in Black Ops 2. That would have been such a cool weapon. Once again, it kind of feels like it's lacking a little bit of potential there. But I get it's more for the Easter egg step than anything.
I think it's fitting on a map like Transit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has Wist done his number 7 yet?
No, but I can do it right now.
Go for it, man.
So, mine's is also the Paralyzer.
That's crazy.
I think it's the better.
He's copying me, guys.
It's the better ones that are flying. I think it has a really, really cool unlimited ammo system. I love the detail that it literally is like a gear system, and it counts through
visually
those seconds
stunning,
of how its charge is based. I love the vortex kind of attack that it has. I love how it slows the zombies. I like the weapon. Honestly, I don't like how it's not 100% a lethal weapon. It's more of a utility weapon. I use it to get around the map a lot. I would say my number one gripe about the weapon is how slow it is to whip out. Like, if you're using the Paralyzer on Barrett and you have any logical sense, your ass is pressing Y to switch to the gun, and then you're Y-ing so that you can use it faster. Like, you have to press the switch weapons button 3 effing times, and that's without mule kick, just to use it at the most efficient possible way. And I hate that.
Pull-out time.
I hate that. In any weapon in COD, if I have to press the effing button 3 goddamn times just so I can use it.
Yeah. That could be life or death right there, you know?
Yeah, a life or death situation. Exactly.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That actually, That was a big issue too. Yeah, that pullout time is delayed because you got to wait for it to open up.
You gotta pull it out, and then you gotta crank it down. You gotta, you know,
especially when it's like your safety weapon.
Yeah,
like there's a glitch on Shallon's Shuffle.
It's not really meant to be 100% a safety weapon, but it can be. It can be used as a
I think it's pretty rare. Yeah, I think it's pretty rare, but there's a glitch on Shallon's Shuffle when you double pack a punch the Kendalls, where when you pull them out, it'll take like
happens a lot on Shallon.
Like 4 or 5 seconds to pull them out,
and it just takes 2 decades to pull them out. You can't YY to have them out.
No, you can't.
No.
Yeah, you can't. It's just there's this extended pause period between your switching weapons, and you're powerless to do anything about it except for manipulating, like changing your weapon loadout, like buy a new weapon or remove mule munchies or replace the weapon. It's like something like that. It's so dumb. I don't know why it happens. It's just IW's
IW moment.
It's definitely an IW moment because it doesn't just happen on Shallon, but it does happen.
That's only where I've seen it, and it's happened an alarming amount of time.
It happens a lot in Shallon, like a lot in Shallon. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my number 7. Sorry to copy you.
No, I was joking with you.
It's my true spot. I did not change that one. That was one that I made there.
Maybe I was copying you all along. Who knows?
When's the lawsuit, not lad? When it?
Should we move on to number 6 then?
I think it's time to move on to
number 6.
Yeah, lead us off, Carpel. What would be number 6?
Oh, I have the Sliquifier at number 6.
Sliquifier is number 6. I guess for me, I just don't have as much experience with the Sliquifier as many other YouTube players do, or zombie players do. Just being that I was not the biggest fan of that particular map. So I growing up in zombies, I was not good with the closed corridors. It just was
There's
not.
There's a jump button, you know.
It was
there's mattresses, you know.
Yeah, except I missed every single one of them.
The triple steam exists.
Black Ops 2 was one of the original games I started with, so I was not good at it. So I feel like my opinion of the Sliquifier might not be as good, just being that I didn't use it as much. So you guys would know more on that than I would, so I don't have as much to contribute on it, but I know of it and know how it works.
I'm sure Carpel can shed a little bit of light on the hidden gem that is the Sliquifier post-patch.
Do tell.
Post-patch. I gotta apologize to my friend Hatcher here, because I also am not a big Die Rise fan. But yeah,
I got you. Yep, spill the truth. Spill the truth.
I don't know how to say this without sounding like a crazy person.
Go crazy. Do it.
To me, there's not a greater feeling on Die Rise than when your friend is standing near a cliff and you shoot a Sliquifier near them and they slide off.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
that is. I feel like that placing a trample steam in a cheeky spot is just a little bit more infuriating.
That's also really funny.
Yeah.
How did that
I think that's much more in that territory than the Sliquifier, but that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, no, very cool. Also, it's just really powerful and really good and stuff. All right, what's your number 6?
For me, it would have to be I'm trying to remember the beginning of it, but it's the Scorpion from Black Ops 4, Death of Orion. That one. Sorry, it had to come back to me, but that one gets my number 6 spot. For me, I love how you can shoot it and it stops multiple zombies, and it's like electricity. It'll shoot and it'll stun everything in its zone, and it does continuous damage on them. So you're gaining points for the damage that's being done to the zombies. I love that because it's a good way to earn extra points. I liked how powerful the weapon could get, stopping one enemy and anything that comes into that zone, it would instantly electrify them. That's what I feel it has a little bit on a Wunderwaffe, but I didn't put this one ahead of the Wunderwaffe because that one in particular has its drawbacks. where it's like you can shoot it, but it does not kill all your zombies. Depending on what round it is, it'll stun
like
them.
A scorpion.
It freezes them. Yeah, it's cool design too. Honestly, it's unique. Cool design. It's a unique weapon.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you know about the rapid fire glitch? Because I could understand this placement. You are utilizing rapid fire.
I do not know. How do you do that?
So, if you press the reload button and the shoot button at the same time and just spam that, you can, yeah.
You serious?
It completely destroys all boss enemies, yeah.
I've watched so many people play Black Ops 4 and everything. I've seen no one ever do that. I had no idea that was a thing.
It's mostly a speedrunner thing, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm going to try that next time I play it.
It is a really cool feature that you can do.
Okay, that would probably bring it up. If I knew that, that would kind of help more. But I mean, it'd probably go through ammo pretty fast, though. That's the only problem with that. But
it definitely
does.
Yeah,
I think it's worth it, though.
It might have only brought it up maybe a tier or two. For me, I think it still remains kind of in that same zone, though, because once again, it doesn't fully kill your zombies. You can electrify them if you're on a high round. It'll electrify them, but they're instantly running after you again. And until you shoot them again, then it'll kill them. So I feel like it wastes a little more ammo than a wonder weapon should. And if I remember right, Death of Orion didn't have as much ammo as I would like. They could have given it a little bit more. But I just find it to be very visually stunning, like the way that it stops and the way that it creates a zone where something comes into it, it instantly electrifies them. I find that so cool. But yeah, and just like having the zombie in the center floating up in the air as it spins around, shooting electricity out of it, visually stunning. I like that. I like those kind of effects, and I think they're cool. So that's why it gets the place that I put it at. That would be you next, Wistful. What's yours?
I believe that would be Wistful.
My sixth.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Can hear him changing his list as we go. The racer going furiously.
Give me 2 seconds, guys.
No, go for it.
All right, sorry. That's just some people entering my room. I got so you. my number 6. I'm actually gonna go with the wave gun.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go with the wave gun. I like its lethality. I like its effect on zombies. The only reason why it is not higher on my list, and I love the fact that you can split it into two different separate mini ray guns. The only thing that I'm not really a fan of the weapon is that it just doesn't create drops. As part of that fact, it has that infinite.
Wait, it does it on BO3? Am I crazy?
No.
Okay, I'm
the
wonder weapon creates drops on BO3. I messed that up earlier when I mentioned the wave gun. I'm sorry.
You're talking the Apothecant Servant, right?
No, the wave gun.
I heard something recently that the Apothecant Servant does cause drops to happen. I never knew that before. I just heard that recently, I think from Noah J456, and so I was just kind of blown away. I guess I never noticed.
But yeah, that's my number 6 spot in Rational.
No, I honestly could understand it. Yeah, for me, I don't think that one ever made my list. The wave gun, I thought about it, but for me, I guess that one didn't really make my top 10 because I still got some other cool ones ahead. But yeah, I would need to have more spaces for that one to make it, just because like the microwave effect, once again, it slows the zombies, and if you don't have enough charge or you don't put enough of the wave gun effects on it, they would then run after you again. So they don't die. So that one didn't make my list for those reasons. But no, I honestly, it is a cool weapon though. That is where I definitely could agree with it there, because I love the idea of the wave gun and how it works and the visual effects it does on the zombies. It's very cool in that respect.
I find it interesting that a lot of my top 10 are like wonder weapons on maps that I don't really like. Because on just my top 5, I've had Rave, I've had Moon,
You don't like Rave? Really?
No. I think outside of a couple aspects, Rave is kind of bleh.
Interesting. I did not know that.
I'm surprised you're more shocked about Rave than Moon, because I've never been a big fan of Moon.
I personally haven't been a big fan of Moon, but I did really like Rave. I think just for its themes, its boss battle, and I did like the wonder weapons of it. I guess I'm just a sucker for the camp theme, like it had there, like a summer camp kind of feel. Something about that to me is really cool, and all the black lights too. It's very colorful. I like that.
No. For me, an Easter egg is a very important, fundamental part of a map, and Rave just doesn't fulfill that for me.
Yeah, that's a simple
that's
one.
The only reason
I
don't like it.
One.
Yeah, Rave's egg is just
that I can definitely agree on. Yeah,
crying internally.
You didn't like Kevin? Come on, Kevin was a great boss. What are you talking about?
Bro, Kevin is such a dick. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Speaking from experience as a Rave speedrunner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, Kevin Smith. Anyway.
Kevin in real life is great. Kevin
so
in the
much
game
hate for the fat man.
Freaking spot. So hard, man. So hard.
Anyway. Maybe it's the low map quality that's making me stand out more to me. Huh?
We were going on technically weapons, but the best weapons you were saying are on some of the worst maps.
Some of my least favorite maps yet.
I feel that too, surprisingly. I feel like a lot of our cooler weapons are always on an unfortunate map, and I feel like if they were implemented in some of the cooler maps, it would be such a cool combination. But yeah. No, I can definitely agree with you there. But I guess that means we move on to number 5. What do you got for number 5?
Number 5. I put my favorite bow under Eisendrach, which is the Void Bow.
Nice. Really? The Void Bow was your favorite?
Yeah, for sure.
That is not everybody's first pick. It does look
I think the quest is...
I would have to agree with you. Honestly, yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
The Void Bow or the Keeper Bow is just the most visually, for all intents and purposes, it is the most flashy bow of all 4.
That I will agree. Yeah, visually, yes. I'll definitely give it to that.
I also find the quest really fun. It actually requires some
it is
memorization.
Cool quest,
It requires some Easter egging skill.
Some Easter egging skills, and that's like my favorite thing about zombies. So it's no wonder I like this bow.
Oh
Very
my
good.
goodness. Easter eggs and zombies. Oh god.
This man,
so
like he doesn't do it as part of his living. That one didn't make my list either, actually. The Void, but you do make a really good point with its visual effects. It is very stunning, actually. Out of all the bows, it has the most visual appeal. But I didn't add it on my list because of its effectiveness. That one I never found to be that great of a bow.
Really?
Effectiveness I've never liked.
It's not as quick acting. But like the portals last for a good amount of time, and they do one shot. So I don't really see where you're coming from there.
I've never seen it. It's just like when you have zombies on you and you shoot it, it doesn't target the zombies that are in front of you or behind you right at the moment. It might hit some that are further behind or something at first, and then work its way towards the ones by you. It's just the way that it hits the enemies, I think, is kind of random. And I guess that randomness maybe is what I don't like so much about it. I like knowing, like, kind of going back to the thunder gun and stuff, like you shoot it, it knocks everything in your path. Like, you know, it's going to work every single time and it's going to do what you expect it to every single time. So that, I guess, knowing that, I think that's kind of why it didn't make my list necessarily.
Okay.
But yeah,
but
you make a great point on the making of it, though. That is something I wasn't really considering for any of these wonder weapons, like the actual quest to building a wonder weapon or something. Are we actually going to be accounting that?
I mean, I am.
Want to, yeah.
You know, for the sake of my list, I'm not going to. That was a great. Just for me though. You guys can keep going for that, but I already created my list and I think I'm sticking with it because I think the majority of them, they don't need to be built here on out. So I think I'm good. But yeah,
I only have 2 more wonder weapons on my list that are buildables.
Okay. Well, yeah, take that into account. I thought it was interesting you mentioned that. That was actually a really good point.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah,
should I go next?
Is it me next? Yeah, I haven't done mine yet.
Go for it.
Yeah, for me, I would say number 5, and some people aren't gonna like me for this one, but
No, I'm gonna hate you. I don't even. Okay.
okay. Thank you. I know what to expect now. The Mark III ray gun. That gets 5th place for me.
Brother, I don't know a single soul on this earth who's gonna dislike you for saying you like the.
No, I really thought people held that one in higher regards, and personally, I don't.
Oh, I thought. I thought you meant the other way around.
I don't think people do. No, I don't think we do. The
okay.
Mark III, the Maelstrom of Eris, it's kind of ass.
It's what?
Yeah,
it is. Okay, I can see.
It's not bad.
Like, some of the
Yeah, for me, I think it does sit in this place for a reason. It's right in between because it has its effectiveness. It is cool. It's visually cool. The weapons, the way they're designed, it looks impressive. And like, once again, they're both ray guns. It's a dual wielded weapon, which both weapons get ammo. And I find all those to be unique. And especially the fact that you can shoot one and to get a certain effect and then shoot into it to get even better effect. I like those concepts. I think it's really cool to have in a wonder weapon. It is also really effective. Like once you shoot it, it almost acts a little bit like an apothecant servant where it sucks everything in and kills it almost like a black hole. And that is why it gets the place that it does. Its downsides, however, is it's a limited ammo. I don't like that it doesn't have a lot more. Personally, I like that you can connect the guns. Actually, that was another pro. That you can visually do the connecting of the two weapons to get a different fire is also really sick. I really like that as well. But yeah, going back to the downsides, the shots don't last as long. That is one downside that I didn't like as well. Like you can shoot it, you get the black hole, but it doesn't last long enough. I almost wish it would last just a few more seconds, just to have a little more effect. Then it would be a little bit cooler. It seems to be effective at all rounds. Like it'll always be good. So that's another pro.
I don't think that's true.
Is that not true? I guess I haven't gotten maybe too far with it.
But hole drops off pretty early, and the only aspect of the weapon that really is useful is just the right ray gun for the manglers. The only reason people use it in high rounds is just for manglers.
Sure. Okay, that I didn't know. I guess I haven't gotten too far with it, but yeah.
Yeah, I think there are too many drawbacks with the weapon for it to be even near my top 10. But I do think it's very fun. I think for a weapon that does require that much like focus and intention, like you got to place the left one and place the right one, yada yada.
Yeah.
I think it should be one shot because it's almost not even worth it to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, you make a good point with that. Yeah. Yeah, and actually, I also forgot to mention, we kind of talked about it earlier, but the visual effects of the zombies kind of bursting and stuff, we've had that in there too. That's kind of cool. But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but no, you make a good point with that too. Yeah, the whole shooting and aiming thing, and also if you miss the first time, you're wasting more shots trying to hit the other shot that you did out of the other gun. So yeah, I could definitely see those being some drawbacks to it. I think regardless though, I'll keep it where it's at because I do find it just to be just a cool, unique idea, at least behind it. The idea of it is unique and really cool. And I think that will keep it kind of on its list there. Maybe I'd move it back one knowing this stuff now, but still, it's a really neat weapon. I think it has potential.
Okay. I think you're up, Wist.
Go for it. What do you got?
All right. So, my previous rank was getting into the most lethality department, and I'm continuing on. However, this is the part where I am. This is the last weapon in my list that has some pretty, I would say, significant drawbacks to the other gameplay, especially from the drop cycle perspective. But still really delivers on its lethality, as well as its use as a safety weapon, and that's the Thunder Gun. I'm putting the Thunder Gun in my number 5 spot.
Let's go.
I love it for the fact that it's a safety weapon. I love its inclusion on the maps that are wide open. I like how it changes when it pack-a-punches to get those extra lights actually have like reason to use them, and they each individually go off. I like the reload animation for it as well with the levers on the side of the weapon. You don't really see that in BO1 or BO3, but I still think it's really, really cool. The animation in BO4, maybe a little bit longer than I like, but that's why there's the shorter version in the earlier titles. But yeah, just the ability to blow away all the zombies in front of your face. It's so good for that. It does suffer from ammo, but there are ways to counteract that even on the Black Ops 1 maps where it's present. Except for maybe Kino, you'd probably really have to either go for the box or use a trap.
Yeah.
But yeah, and ammo too is a little bit of a struggle, especially with the not being able to create any drops. But it's there's
true.
A reason that it's at the number 5 spot and it's not higher.
Sure. Well, hey, very good.
I don't know. I think the thunder gun. Okay, the main thing I don't like about the thunder gun, and this is not like it. I guess it's not its fault. This is just a personal gripe. I don't like that you can't reload it without shooting the whole magazine.
That is a small gripe that I also have.
It's kind of annoying to me. I don't know. I like having full magazine.
Another thing is the mishitting. Like if you accidentally hit your button twice, it will shoot twice. Like it knows that you press your button twice. It's gonna happen. You're gonna waste that shot. Yeah. It's gonna happen no matter what. That is actually a downside. I kind of forgot about that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, actually, I do really much agree with it on your list. It's actually my next one on my list. I put it just one space higher than yours.
That's crazy.
I have really liked the Wonder Weapon, but there's some extra points of why I like it, but I'll talk about it once we get to that one. Carpel's got to share his next one first.
Yeah, Carpel, go.
Okay. I don't even know about this one. I'm gonna be completely for real.
Go for it. What do you got?
Okay, I have two in my number 4 because I don't really have a favorite between them. But it's the Thulian Scythe and the Thulian Flail from the Frozen Dawn, World War II.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, most
I forgot about all the weapons in that one.
Weapons.
I don't know how we could get any interesting conversations off them other than me discussing about them, but I think they're super underrated. I think they have some of the best. I think they have some of the best Wonder Weapon quests in all of Zombie. Especially the flail, like looking through the constellation mode and having to trace constellations far in the distance. I think it's such a cool concept. And when you go into the actual challenge for it, you have to like teleport past firewalls. I think that is just such a cool concept. And World War II did it before BO4, which I think is even funnier.
That is true, yeah.
I don't know. I just personally think they're awesome. They're really good.
No, actually, I give you a lot of props for that one. I didn't even remember that was a Wonder Weapon. I completely blocked that out of my head, or all the other ones that are on that.
It is the quest that's carrying it for you, not necessarily the ability.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. The scythe. The scythe is just like very practical to use. If that makes sense. It's kind of similar to the Chrysalax, but it just feels
better. But definitely. I agree with you on that.
Melee weapon. I think I understand what you're
saying. And the flail's the complete antithesis of that, where the teleport. Okay, the flail has multiple like great abilities, but especially the teleportation ability, I find is one of the most fun things about World War II Zombies, because overall it's not like an incredible game. I don't think that's controversial to say.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah. One of my favorite things to do is when I'm doing a Frozen Dawn carry, what I'll do is immediately when we get into like the underground, once I get the flail, I'll jump off the map and then throw a teleporter back on land, and then like the carry will freak out, and then right before I hit the death barrier, I just teleport back. It's really
cool.
Exciting.
Yeah, I like those concepts, and actually they were unique weapons too. I was thinking about that. The other one was the hammer too, and that was a unique one too. Just I like the uniqueness of them and the quests that are behind them. So you definitely had me there on the quests because those were actually pretty cool to go about.
Also the flail is probably the only one weapon I think in all the zombies that allows you to turn into the enemy and take over their body and like control them. I'm not talking like a turn zombie. I'm talking like you can actually turn into them and attack.
Yeah.
Which is I don't think that's ever been done before.
Honestly, no, I don't think so. Yeah, see, like I feel like they were making some very unique strides, even with just the zombies on the map, like the whole jump scaring thing, or just how creepy it was. I think was such a unique. That's what makes it unique for me, World War II. But yeah, I guess not many people like it as much. But no, definitely great points. Yeah, I thought there was some unique stuff they added in there, but I really hope Black Ops 6 has unique concepts like that. But anyways, so you guys kind of know what mine is going to be. Mine is the Thunder Gun. But there are some extra reasons from what Wist made. You made some great points about some of the drawbacks and some of the pros and stuff about it. I have found, especially when starting zombies, that getting the Thunder Gun was such a cool experience because it was good for me because I got into a lot of panic situations where I needed it. And to have that weapon, it aided me a lot. But one of the cool other facts that is something that I don't think anybody's going to mention about it, but it's one thing I adore about the weapon, is that the reloading sound effect is from the Omninix of Ben 10, and that was my favorite cartoon when I was growing up as a kid. I loved that show. Ben 10 was my favorite. It has that same sound effect, and I adore that so much. The sound effect to that weapon is cool, and I cannot get over that fact. I like how it looks. It is a cool and unique styled weapon. It does look like a cannon, and I love that. I love how it lights up on the inside too, and like showing your ammo on the inside too, like how many bars are lit up kind of shows like how many shots you have. I really like that about it, and just its effectiveness is what's impressive. Just to be able to clear a whole room or to be able to burst a Margo head and something like that is so cool. I think those are nice features, and
the power of air. Yep.
Yeah, it's a powerhouse, and I think that's kind of why it got that spot for me. But then again, it's also not number one because it does have its drawbacks as well. The like the hitting the button multiple times and having it shoot extra times. As I said, that was kind of a drawback. The ammo that it has, I feel like it should have a little bit more as well. And also that it only shoots 2 shots initially until it's pack-a-punched. I don't like that is the case. But it's nice that when you pack-a-punch it gives you more shots before you have to reload. But yeah, those would basically be the drawbacks I have. I don't really have too much else to say bad about it. I honestly really like that one. And it's always been an exciting one to get, I guess.
I have a question. So you made a reference to Ben 10. I too grew up with that cartoon.
Did you? It's my favorite show, man.
But you caught me off guard when you said the reload sound effect.
So
there's a reload sound effect for the original one from Black Ops 1. And then there's the one that is more modern to Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4. I think you're talking about that one.
From Black Ops 3, right? Yeah, I know Black Ops 3 has it.
Sounds like you're moving an oil drum or something.
Oh.
And it does not sound
you're right.
At all like it doesn't sound as like beepy as
I know
Black
what you're
Ops
talking
Black
about.
Ops 4 does.
A little more clunky.
I was trying to remember that sound effect in my head because it's like you always have the noise whenever the watch rotates.
Well, no, hang on.
The different alien.
Yeah.
Versus like the actual like the activation of it, and I was like thinking, there's no way it sounds anything like its OG one. So I just had to ask because there are 2 very iconic sound effects for the Thunder Gun and its reload sound effect. The OG one, that's in Gary's mod. I remember playing around with that in Gary's mod.
You kind of threw me off with that one because I was thinking, like, I do remember the clunkiness kind of sound of it, but now that I'm thinking about it, that comes just before the sound effect that's kind of like from the Ben 10 Omnitrix, you know? And like, so I guess maybe I don't know what you're talking about, actually. I guess maybe I don't fully know the sound it made before.
He's got to BO1 and get the T-gun. He's got to boot it up.
You're making me want to listen and just kind of hear it, see what it sounds like. Maybe I just don't remember it.
Or you could just...
I've blocked it out.
YouTube it, Google it.
Yeah, I'll look it up, but I'll do it afterwards. But that is interesting. You mentioned that. I didn't realize that. But that sound to me, it was a huge deal breaker for me because like that was such a cool sound. I adored that. But yeah, that's pretty much it on that one. Yeah, I guess we move on to the next one then. Or sorry, no, you still need to go, Wist. Sorry.
Right, the number 4 spot, right?
I forgot. I got carried away. Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Oh wait, did we just do 5? No, hang on.
No, we're on 4.
We are on 4?
Yeah,
we are.
We definitely should.
Sorry, my bad. I'm completely lost.
All right. So number 4 spot. Beginning of infinite damage. Well, not fully. Some of these are infinite. Some of these aren't. Damaged wonder weapons that can still create drops. I put for my number 4 spot the 3179 JGB 215 or the baby gun fractalizer, whatever you want to call it. I love it. I don't play Shangri-La that much. That does not mean that I don't love this wonder weapon. I love the fact that you can horde up as a group of zombies, shoot one shot at them, and run into them. Or if you're on a high rounds, then you like chuck a Semtex on the ground and you time a baby gun shot at just the right time and it kills them all. Or you use the M16 Grenader, or you use a Mustang and Sally shot to just clear them all out. I love it. I just love it.
That is interesting you bring that up. That one actually did not make my list. But hearing your input about it is very interesting. See, I guess it didn't make mine just because like the weapon itself, although it shrinks them, the zombies will come back if you don't do anything about them.
Yeah, and you have a limited window of time to do something about it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was one downside for me. And also just the, what was I had another thought about that too. I think I lost it though. I don't remember what the other thought was. No. But I had a few downsides with it and just, I don't know. I feel like it doesn't kill for one. It only shrinks, right? And then you do the damage yourself as a person. To me, I guess it didn't really break the list just because it does no damage. And it doesn't give you points as far as I'm aware. Does that one give you points? I cannot remember, honestly. For some reason, I feel it doesn't until you run into them or blow them up.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but can it like statistically get the most kills out of any wonder weapon? With the amount of ammo it has?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Huh,
which is crazy because it does 0 damage.
Yeah, that is interesting, actually.
It's just the concept of you're shooting zombies and they're all being affected by this shot and it weakens them. It's like, it's like a weakening wonder weapon, you know? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That to me doesn't cut the list of a wonder weapon just in my opinion, but I will give it to you on like the uniqueness of it though. To get a shrinking wonder weapon is just nothing I would have ever expected. I never would have suspected a shrinking wonder weapon. That is such a unique thing, and it looks cool too. The weapon just looks really unique, almost like the Wunderwaffe in certain ways, but it's got its own unique style, and I like that too. So yeah, very very interesting pick. I think that one's a very unique one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, I guess number 3 then. What do you got for 3?
I don't know. I don't think we need to linger on this long. Paralyzer, which we've already talked about quite extensively.
Oh, the Paralyzer. Okay. Well, share your ideas. Share your thoughts.
Paralyzer up high.
I will just say that some of my most cherished memories of zombies with the Paralyzer involved. When I discovered the method for beating the buried Easter egg with opening no doors.
Yeah. Flying over the maze is fun too.
Flying over the maze is fun because you don't have to go through the maze.
Bypass those doors. Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, honestly, I give you a lot of props for that because, yeah, a lot of these weapons are kind of backed in the experiences we've had playing games. One of my more higher weapons that I'm going to get to here pretty soon is placed at its higher point just because it is a good experience for me. Not because it is the most effective out of all of them, but just because, like, my memories of using that weapon is just the best. And I'll get to that one soon, but yeah, no, definitely. That is definitely something we should account into it. And yeah, I definitely agree that weapon was super cool. So yeah, great mention there, honestly.
Yeah, and I think my first time ever breaking round 50 was camping with the paralyzer on top of the bank.
Very nice.
Which, yeah.
Nice.
Sick. Okay, well, I guess for me, my number 3, and this is the kind of the weapon I was referencing. I'm not putting it as number 1 because there's other 2 that are going to get that spot. But Mark III ray gun. I know that is not the most powerful.
You already mentioned Mark III.
Did I?
Yeah.
You did.
There's no way I mentioned it for the list
yet. You definitely did.
You did.
What spot did I put it?
We had a whole convo about it.
I think you put it number 5.
No, number 5 wasn't it? No.
Yeah, no, you definitely did already say that.
You definitely did. You
Are
definitely
you
put it. You already said it.
And me and Wist were like, nah, it's pretty not that good.
Oh, like, sorry, okay, not Mark III. Did I say Mark III? I'm sorry, not Mark III. Mark II. Mark II ray gun. My bad.
Oh.
That's why. I'm like baffled. There's no way I talked about this weapon. But I'm sorry, I caught myself. Yeah, Mark III isn't it? It's Mark II. No, sorry, Mark II is the cool one. Mark III is not getting that spot. No way. No, my bad. Yeah, Mark II, it gets spot number 3 for me because that is one I'm putting in that spot because it was always so cool to get the Mark III ray gun. I was always so excited to pull that out of the box, and it's an effective weapon that shoots multiple shots. It's straight to the point. Like, you shoot it, you point, you shoot, and those zombies are done. You know, it was great. I love the styling. I love the camo. I love the green glowing with the red. It just is one of the most stunning looking wonder weapons I think I've ever seen. And I know it doesn't have much visual effects happening on the outside necessarily, but it is just the coolest looking one to me. And as like Carpo was kind of going with the paralyzer, it just has such a big memory for me. Pulling that out on Buried and all the other Black Ops 2 maps, I was just so enamored by that weapon, and I was so excited to get it every single time. So yeah, it's very effective, and it's just really cool. That's why it gets 3rd place for me. It's not much else than that. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on that?
I think it is the coolest looking wonder weapon ever made.
Yeah, right?
Okay. I don't say that lightly.
I'm glad I'm not the only one on this one.
Also, the fact that on a lot of like the survival maps, it is like a less than 1% chance to pull it. The feeling that you get from pulling the regular Mark II is it's
exactly.
It's
I think that's what it was too. It wasn't easy to get that one.
I really just look at the Mark II and I just see the better ray gun, and I love it so much for that.
Okay, so I'm not the only one who feels this way. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Absolutely.
I would have given it a little bit higher, but there are 2 other weapons that stand out just a little bit more, and I think it's more on effectiveness than anything. But I'll get to those soon. But no, Wistful, what's yours?
My number 3 spot. It's going to be the Apothecary Servant.
Gross.
I'm putting it this low.
Let's go.
Gross.
I like the Apothecary Servant for its lethality, the fact that it can still create drops. It doesn't have that much ammo. Yeah. It's a buildable. Yeah. You can get it from the box if you trade it out. Yeah. But it is upgradable in Revelations. And if you know how to use it effectively, it is just so good, especially when you combo with an alchemical antithesis. The weapon that's after this, I think, is more fun, more satisfying. That's why I put it here. But its lethality and the fact that it can still create drops is why it's here.
Yeah. Well, hey, awesome. Yeah, actually, it's not too far off from some of the ones I'm gonna do, but yeah, no, I honestly agree. The biggest downside for me on that one was that its ammo was very limited. Yeah. But then I found out about the alchemist gobblegum and using that with it. It's like infinite ammo, and it's insanely good. And it's the perfect combination. So yeah, definitely very, very, very good spot for it. Honestly, I think that was a good one. I'm
not the biggest Apothecant
yeah,
fan,
share your thoughts. I heard a little judgment on that one.
I think the best part about the weapon is its design. I don't love the fact that you're sticking your hand inside of what is clearly like a living thing.
I was just about to say that, yeah.
But yeah, no, I honestly prefer shadows without using the Apothecant. I think I don't know. I think it's just a little too mindless.
Too overpowered, you'd say? Yeah.
I do think it is. I think it is better on shadows than Rev because you have the ammo drawback. Whereas on Rev you can pack it and there's access to like challenges and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Something I'll do on if I'm doing like a shadows Easter egg carry is I'll pick up the Apothecant and then I'll tell carries I'm gonna upgrade it and I'll just trade it for the Shiva. I don't know.
Yeah, I got you. No. Yeah, no, that's a valid point. Once again, from like what you were talking about earlier, it sounds very much like you kind of like just the normal challenge of a map without the aid of a wonder weapon. I think that's more what I was trying to get to earlier on. But that's definitely understandable. I definitely get that. Like that wonder weapon is so overpowered that there isn't much challenge in it afterwards, you know? And that's kind of what I can see in it, yeah.
The only challenge other than ammo that I see with the weapon is when you don't know how to use it against bosses.
Yeah.
That's the only other challenge.
You're not sure if the Apothecant likes you first before you stick your hand up its butt.
I mean, at least take the gun to dinner first. Like, come on.
Come on, man. Yeah.
If he's consenting or not, no. No, sorry. Yeah. No, definitely. I think it's a good spot for it, honestly. And it is interesting that you mention it because actually I'm gonna wait on mentioning this. Okay, let's go on to the next one, shall we? Before I mention my
we are running a little bit low on time. We
only have two left.
By the way,
we only have two left.
Okay,
we're almost there.
All right. My number 2 is my favorite part about Cold War Zombies. It's the Cerberus on Mauer Toten. Again, I don't really like Mauer Toten, but I love the Cerberus because it's cool. Okay, you go with
very cool. Agreed. My number 2 spot is the Liquefier. It's lovely buildable. It's really not that hard to build. I love the detail how you can part switch the footstock on the top of the between the top of the railing of the staircase and then to the bottom. I've always loved that. And the Liquefier itself, if you shoot it at the billboard enough, it glitches the gun out and it makes it like its pre-patched self, and it just you horde up a bunch of zombies, you shoot one shot, it kills all of them. It's just so satisfying, and it can make drops too. It's and on PC as well, you can like mod the splatting effects with like your own custom PNGs, and you can make the splat assets on the ground be the most wanky just meme shit ever. It's so much fun.
Nice.
I'm so glad you have it above the KT4.
This man cutting me off before I mention mine. We're out of order now. No, it's fine. No, mine is the second place for me is Apothecant Servant. I put it just a little bit higher just because the thing is a powerhouse. It's a black hole. Literally, you shoot a black hole, everything is devastated, and it is effective. And the effectiveness is why it gets its place on the list. And then with the Alchemist Gumball, it's very effective in that respect. And it's a cool looking weapon. It's like a creature. It's a little literal creature that you're actually using, which is just insane. And then pack-a-punching it, you can get different camos on it, is really nice, and more ammo in it when you pack-a-punch it and everything. And they last a long time, and I think that's the biggest difference that we've seen from a lot of other weapons that are similar. They don't last long. This one lasts a very long time, which is nice. It makes it feel worthwhile, you know. The downsides, however, being that it gives me funny looks when you stick your hand in it, and it sounds very uncomfortable. But yeah, and it doesn't have much ammo unless you use that gumball and stuff. And at times, yeah, it could be overpowered and might get boring after a while after using it. But those are the only downsides. So yeah, that's pretty much that. All right, number one spot.
There's one detail.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I don't think either of us pointed out. You were close to pointing it out. About the Apothicon Servant.
I'm rushed, man.
So it does last a long time, but when the actual black hole itself, the moment it dissipates and it subsides, it creates this shockwave blast that will instantly kill any zombies it didn't suck up into the black hole. Wouldn't it suck if it didn't do that and it just left those zombies alive? Wouldn't it
you
suck?
just pulled them towards you.
I love how that's a thing.
That's actually a very good note.
That would honestly be better.
Ammo even more worth it.
See, this man loves the challenge of it. My goodness.
I think that would be so much better. If you just like, if the black hole dissipates and you get overran. That
Dude, that is going to kill you in so many bad ways. Oh, so many people are going to rage quit from that game, you know?
This is just a skill issue on my part, but I also don't like the upgrade process for it on Rev. I suck at hitting the shots, but that's just me.
Oh that is a little tricky, but
on your part.
I think it might be fair, being that that's like the big end map, so they wanted to make it hard, you know. So I think that kind of makes sense, but it is difficult, I will admit.
You say that, but we're not even talking about the gravestones or the bones. Like,
dude, didn't like the gravestones? I got that down pat, man. I know that left to right, man. I got
9 days Easter egg hunt, by the way.
3-1-4. 9 days.
This man's got it.
I wish it was like that. It's never gonna happen again.
Dude, there was some serious grinding on that one, but okay, we gotta get to number one. What is the number one wonder weapon for you guys?
We did already mention our favorite wonder weapons at the beginning, but mine is Alistair's Annihilator.
Yep.
I think this has some of the best utility and some of the best lethality in all of zombies. I don't know, you never know what kind of shot you're gonna get, but all of them have their use, and all of them are applicable when doing the Easter egg.
Yeah, definitely.
I also think that it's kind of cool that such a compact little pistol is as powerful. It's kind of fun to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I get that.
It's just always been my favorite.
Some of these points, I very much disagree with some of these points.
Do share.
Do you like knowing what you're gonna get?
There's two details that I want to point out.
Okay.
So the whirlwind and the shrink ability is fine. There's nothing wrong with those except for the fact that they do drop off. The fire effect is the only actually viable version of the Alistair's like Annihilator for high rounds because it has infinite damage. But the green one that just gives the zombies the green eyes and maybe use it to dig up a mushroom somewhere. When you're doing a soul box or you need to kill zombies fast and that just doesn't cut it immediately, it's a time loss. I constantly hate whenever I get that particular shot. Even from the Chaos Theory. I hate it. I hate it so much. It's just like it's the worst. It's the worst.
It is the worst. It is the worst, but I still kind of like it. I think it's funny. I think
this man loves the challenge.
It's like they dip their toes in the green water and then they just immediately the other direction. It's just I don't know.
You know, honestly, you are a true zombie player with loving like all the challenging steps. Oh man.
Again.
Yeah. Okay. I guess for me, it kind of changed a little bit, just being that as we were talking, it reminded me of a weapon, and this one gets number one spot for me. And it was actually just mentioned just a few minutes ago, but the Cerberus. That one, it gets #1 spot for me, just because
#1 spot for the style points.
I absolutely love its effectiveness, its attachments.
For the weapons suck.
It is
every
they kind of do.
mod sucks.
If we forget about that.
At least the attempt was made, but come on.
Yeah, I mean, if it could be a little more powerful, I think that would have made the biggest difference for me. But I love how it looks. I like how impressive it looks. And I like the ideas of the attachments. Adding attachments to the weapon to change its particular type of fire is a cool concept. And I'd love to see that done a little bit more, so long as they do it correctly.
Better. But
yeah, better.
Like you have to rely on RNG for it to drop from killing a zombie. Yeah,
that the way they put it,
things that gun just does wrong, and then just the base lethality of the weapon and the quotes it has are so good. Like that's the only thing about the weapon. That and it's got this little floaty orb around it that's so cute.
That
and cool.
that was what I was gonna get to next.
So
I like it. It looks cool.
Those are like the only 3 highlights.
I named the orb. I named it Jimmy. I don't know. That's just me.
Jimmy. Oh my
god,
you have a name for it.
I have a name for the Shaolin rat. I have names for most things.
Nice. All right, what's yours?
So I've mentioned this already before. I'll say it again.
Is it the same one?
I'm a sucker for the Wunderwaffe. I love the Waff.
Wunderwaffe's #1.
The core idea of chaining electricity to multiple zombies, seeing all those zombies just getting scorched by the lightning, them falling down, and then just, oh my god, the reload of that thing, turn the vacuum tubes off,
it's very
slide them off, get the speed loader, click them in, hide off the or click off the speed loader, just turn on the vacuum tubes, and it's just like, oh, I'm gonna kick some ass with this thing. It just it hits me in all of the right spots for a wonder weapon with some pizzazz, the right hit for zombies, and it's just so lethal.
I also love the lore of it.
Agree with that. Yeah, that too.
I love the thought of German soldiers rushing onto like the battlefield and just firing this weapon that chains between multiple people.
That was supposed to
a flamethrower in the trenches. Fire this one shot into the trenches. The whole fucking army is gone. Chain reaction,
dude. That was supposed to be one of the questions I had on my list too. We didn't get to almost any of the questions I had on my list. One of them was about the lore, the importance of lore behind a wonder weapon and stuff. But yeah, we might have to do a part 2 of this because I have a huge list of stuff and we didn't scratch the surface on any of the topics, which is surprising. I thought maybe we might have hit a little more of them.
Are we okay with doing a part 2? I'm all right.
I think we should because there's a lot more to be seen with wonder weapons, honestly. Like lore is one of the topics I wanted to discuss with you guys later on, because there is lore behind our wonder weapons, and I wanted to find out the importance of that behind a wonder weapon and what you guys thought of that. But yeah, we might have to leave that for next time, unfortunately. But I will say this. I had 2 weapons that I wasn't able to fit in my list because I miscalculated on its size. One was the Wunderwaffe. I wasn't able to fit that in there, but it would have gotten a higher spot on my list because I absolutely agree with you, Wist. I love that weapon. It's really cool. But higher up, I would have put the Dryzen Drak electric bow. That one was going to be one of my higher ones, but I ran out of spots. I miscalculated my setup.
Crema aham la aham aham.
Bless you. Crema corn or something,
right? Crema aham la aham aham. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
This man speaking nonsense.
Someone in the comments. Right, let us know.
It's like your coffee.
And if he didn't get it right, try to write it out exactly how he said it. I'd like to see that.
Crema aham la aham aham.
Like crema soup of some sort. Yeah.
I'm googling right now. Wait, shit. Hold on. Let me find.
Goes great with an omelet.
Mr.
You know?
Raffle Waffles.
Nom.
Lightning bow. Let me just here. Let me make sure that I mute.
Noah J 456.
Let's get that Noah J for fireball tutorial. Let's go.
Where it? Okay, so it's at the very end. And Krima aham la aham aham. I got it.
That's pretty awesome.
This man has it down, but sounds funny every time he says it. I mean, I'm not gonna say you don't have it right there, but man, just keep on saying it, man. Gets better every time.
God, I'm on the fucking pose.
You know, I'm not even gonna try to say it because I don't even, you know, I'm gonna take you guys up on that one. That sounds right to me, honestly. And even if it's wrong, I wouldn't even tell you. But yeah.
All right.
Dude, I doubt that even translates into anything in the Apothican language. Or I'm sure they just
it definitely has to. It definitely has to.
People pulling it out of the box, like, dude, I got the.
You can't pull those out.
Dude, it's the
imagine.
No, Jason Blundell just heard one of the. Jason Blundell just heard like one of the devs like coughing and got inspired or something. I do not know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But name the one. Did what?
I'm like,
somebody just sneezes in the back. That's great. I love it. Yeah, man. Oh, some of these names though.
You make it sound like they were drawing dead of ideas for Black Ops 3.
You know, honestly, you never know.
You never know, I guess.
So, what's the verdict then? We doing a part 2 then next time?
I'd be down to do a part 2 of this. Are you down, Carpel?
I will be there if I am told a specific time.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, we'll figure it out the next time.
We'll have to make this a part 2.
Yeah, because I have a lot of interesting topics for you guys on this whole front. But yeah, yeah. But hey, thank you guys for getting together. This was, I'd say this was a successful podcast. Episode 2 in the books. Absolutely. How about that? Yeah. And we got Carpel with us this time. So that's even better, you know. I'm glad the whole crew is here, honestly.
Finally. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah. Well, thank you to everybody who came out, and if you guys are watching this in the future, just thank you guys for checking it out. We will be back with part 3, an episode 3. It'll be coming soon. We don't know when just yet.
It'll be part 2 to this episode, but it'll be a
part 2 episode 3, something like that, or it could be
episode 3, part 2 of episode 2.
Episode 2,
That's
part
the title.
2. I feel like it should be episode 2, part 2, but. I don't know. It will still be an independent episode, you know? Some brainstorming might have to go behind this.
We could say it as that in the actual podcast, right? We could say it's episode 2, part 2, but like the actual title for the podcast episode would be like something more unique that for the episode itself.
Yep. Yeah, I'll have to do some brainstorming on that. I'm gonna make this insane name.
We'll have to do some brainstorming together on that tomorrow.
Episode 2.
I gotta get this episode out tomorrow.
Episode 2 colon the sequel comma episode 3.
Hyphen extreme. I don't know. Yeah, so it's got to be something fun. Right. But yeah, this was fun, guys. Thank you guys for getting together, and we'll see you guys for the next one.
Guys, yeah. Thank you guys for endorsing this idea along with me. I know that we're all excited for the future of zombies, where it can go.
Black Ops 6, baby.
We've got some crazy stuff to talk about in
the
coming weeks for zombies, especially for this podcast. So if you guys are watching this and you guys like what you hear, you like what we're talking about, and you're interested about all of this stuff, maybe you're familiar with a lot of this stuff, maybe you're not, maybe you're getting into it. If you guys are excited nonetheless, we would appreciate a like rating down below and subscribe to the channels, which I'm sure we're going to be posting this on both my channel, WISTFULSUM, as well as Not Lad's YouTube channel. If you guys want to support us
will change.
Feel free to. We greatly appreciate it. It's going to help us continue to produce these podcasts for you guys. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one, I think.
Absolutely. Great episode, you guys.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, peace out, you guys. That's pretty much where I'm going to end my episode. So, hey, successful podcast, guys. Good job.
Cue random outro music.
Yes. Well, that is going to happen in mine. That's for sure.
That's definitely going to happen. Yeah, for sure.
Cue the jump scare. It'll happen.